Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome, guys, to another reading with scatterlovetarot. I'm truly honored, and I just want to thank you, everybody who joins me on these readings, who supports the channel, who subscribes, who sends likes, who comments. You guys are just truly amazing, and I'm just so honored to be here. So today I am going to do a personality description reading. Let me describe your personality. Who are you? How do you appear to others? And how are you to yourself? This kind of energy that you know about yourself, or maybe you kind of always questioned or assumed and just needed that additional confirmation. That's how today's reading is going to go. So let's see. I am going to draw one of these oracle cards from the cosmic reading cards, and we will go ahead and get those out. So if these are resonating with you, please hit that like button down below. Make sure you guys subscribe. Also, send a comment out. The more you interact with the channel, the easier it is for me to connect with your energy to get you guys out more resonating readings. And also, if you guys are interested in a more descriptive reading or more in-depth reading, check out my other channel. It will be linked down in the description below. It is Readings by Circe. So let's get into it. Source, how can we describe pile number one's personality? Wow, okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to shake up the whole thing here. Perfect. Okay. And Source, how can we describe pile number two's personality? How can we describe pile number two's personality, Source? Thank you. Okay, and how can we describe pile number three's personality, Source? How can we describe pile number three's personality, Source? Pile number three, how can we describe their personality? Wow, okay. That's the one that came out. Right. Let me move these up here. So, pile, okay, okay. We'll leave it. We'll leave it like that. That's a surprise. Okay, so for pile number one, we have this clear quartz that we're going to put on there. Let's see if I can get my focus bubble in there. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, pile one. Pile number two, we have this tiger eye. Okay. And for pile number three, we have this lapis lazuli. Okay. So take a moment, decide you have pile one, pile two, and pile three. And whichever one that you guys are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. I am going to adjust the camera here. Hold on. Okay, that should be a little bit better, guys. Sorry, I'm still getting into the habit of using this new setup. So, all right. Perfect. Whichever one you guys chose, I will see you guys on that pile, and I'm excited to see if I can describe your guys' personality, my fellow humans, and we'll see you then. All right, pile number one, for those of you that chose this beautiful clear quartz, this is going to be your reading. Let's see if I can describe your personality for you. And remember, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. Clear out. Actually, I think I'm going to start with the dice. Yeah, I'm going to start with the dice. Which one? Yeah, they want me to start with the dice. These ones here. Okay. I'm going to cleanse these for you. Get the smoke cleanse. And we'll go ahead and ask the dice. And I'll zoom in on them once I get them rolled here. So, Source, how can we describe pile number one's personality? Source, how can we describe pile one's personality? Okay. Ooh, I already like your guys' personality. You're very unique individuals. Unique in a good way. All right, I'm going to zoom in, guys. Okay. Hold these down. Make sure I'm all in frame here. Okay. So you guys are very homely. Like, you could be parents, okay? Like, you could very well be parents. You guys might be guardians. That does not necessarily apply to all of you guys, but there's this energy that you guys have this very paternal, maternal energy about you. You like to take care of things. You like when something's a responsibility, you guys absolutely take that very seriously. Like, if somebody needs nurturing, you take that very seriously. Now, this does make you more maternal than it does paternal. However, it does make you like a guardian for some people or your friends, or maybe your friends are always like, oh, pile one, you know, like, I'm so glad you're in my life because you always help me figure out how to take care of things, and you always help me figure out what's important, which way I need to take. It's like you're the advice giver, right? But you also nurture those friendships, and you nurture your friends, and you nurture those around you. And you're good with your emotions, and you guys, for the most part, are able to express how you feel. There is some aspect of you that is hidden here and that you're not able to communicate, but mostly you guys are able to communicate your emotions, unless it feels very, very personal. If it feels very, very personal, you guys tend to try to deal with that yourself. Like, you guys definitely go into the shell and you deal with it yourself. But most of the time, like, if it's between you and a friend, like, you don't really have any issues saying, hey, this is how I feel, this is what's going on. And you guys had so for this is a couple of different ways here. You guys either had a very stable home life, or you guys had a very unstable home life. And either way, however that resonates, that has created a situation where all you've wanted in life is a stable home life, okay? Being there's a lot of people on here, the energies are different for everybody, but that has created a situation where you want nothing but a stable home life. And so you work really hard to maintain that. You work really hard to create that. And it does well for you. Like, it has worked out really well for you in the long run. You guys do tend to be very sick. Well, I guess serious is coming out. It keeps wanting to come out. So you guys do have a tendency to be very serious about things. Also very secretive. There are some things in life you just don't discuss. Some matters behind closed doors, you don't discuss those. There are things that you keep very much intact with yourself. Like, and that could be matters of the home, right? If something's going on with your kids or with your family or with your spouse, like, that's the stuff that you keep secretive, that you very much deal with by yourself. And that's okay. Like, that is a powerhouse, because a lot of people are too willy-nilly to, like, put their stuff out there. And it's like, you're not. Like, you only tell people that you very much trust. And that's a very good energy to have. You're also very wise and bold. And sometimes people may say that you're very intense. So you guys could be super passionate about something, and that comes across as very intense and actually intimidating at some point, right? You guys may have people who see you as, like, always ending and beginning something. Like, you guys start something, you end something. Like, you're not afraid to transform energy. Like, you're not afraid to transform or change your life. And you constantly have this, it's like an ebb and flow. Like, you go with the tides, and it's like how things are working out, or things aren't working out for you in your favor, or for your family, or in your life. Like, you're not afraid to change course and find something that's going to better serve you. This is very powerful energy. So I keep hearing old soul. Like, I'm getting this energy of you guys are an old soul. Maybe you've been called an old soul. You're very driven. There are times when you could be seen as controlling and jealous. I'm not saying that you guys are, or maybe these are emotions that you have dealt with before, right? Where you had to be controlling or jealous of someone. And it was just because of that home life. It's like you have to control that home life. And with Cancer being the natural ruler of house 4, Cancers have a tendency to be super controlling. So does Scorpio energy here. So you have two energies here that can tend towards controlling or overbearing. And I don't think you do it with malicious intent. It's really truly coming from the best of intentions for you here, where you're just trying to make sure that everybody has what they need and everybody has this safety and stability that they need in their life. And so that could come across as clingy, or maybe you've dealt with really clingy people in your life, right? And so, the reason being is because people see you as one that's in control and they want you to solve their problems for them. And maybe that's okay with you. Like maybe you're in this energy of being just fine with helping others determine how to live their life, helping others get that, like again, that nurturing energy, that to you is very fulfilling, helping, guiding others down this path. And that makes you feel really good. You guys also have great communicative skills. Like you guys are able to communicate with people. You're very intelligent. Some of you guys may be polyglots or have bilingual abilities. Like maybe you speak 2 languages, 3 languages or more. You guys absolutely have this ability to do so. If it's something that you've been interested in doing, this is a confirmation for you guys that it will come fairly easy for you than it does for others. You guys may be writers too. Like I'm getting this energy like that you guys write a lot, whether that's journaling, taking notes. I am seeing like a planner right now. Like I'm seeing like you guys plan everything out. So if you guys just carry a journal, a day planner with you everywhere, and everything that you do or everything that's going on goes in your day planner, and it's very organized, right? Yeah, so there's this energy coming back through with this Mercury here, just saying that like your childhood, you guys have childhood friends or school friends, like a lot of people that have been in your life for a long time, and they rely on you a lot, and they really, really like the fact that you're able to help them through a lot of their issues. You guys could have sensory, what is that when you guys are very sensitive to sound and light and like loud noises and light and like touch, like those things? You guys could have sensory overload in that. And so that is something that's coming through here. But when you guys make a friend from your childhood, the friends that you made from your childhood, most of you guys, those friends are still in your life today. And you guys are a big part of each other's life. You do deal with a lot of duality in your life, so the ups and the downs, but that's what has caused you guys to really try to create this very stable home life, which is very, very beautiful energy. You guys have this beautiful energy you bring to the table. So let me go ahead and zoom out. Oh, not in. Let's go for a ride, guys. Hang with me. Oh, too far. There we go. Okay. The frequency stopped playing for some reason. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, there we go. And we'll move these up out of the way. And let's get some tarot cards on it. Okay, Source, how can we describe pile number 1's personality? How can we describe pile number 1's personality? Okay. How can we describe pile number 1's personality, Source? How can we describe pile number 1's personality? Okay. Yeah, that's secretive energy here. Also, if you guys notice that some of the meanings are different, if you guys follow people who read Rider-Waite-Smith, I do not read the Rider-Waite-Smith. I read the old Italian decks, and so there will be some inconsistencies between Rider-Waite-Smith and my deck, okay? And that's just how they are. So, Source, how can we describe pile number 1's personality? One more card, Source. Wow. Look, guys, I cannot make this up. Like, we have the House of God coming out, the Moon card. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. You guys have a tendency to impulsively change your life. Like, when things don't go the way that you want them to, or when things feel like they're falling apart, you change your life like that. Like, you're not afraid to do that. And it's like sometimes you guys could be seen as super emotional. Like, maybe some people say you're like overly sensitive, or that you guys feel too much, or like you're always crying. Maybe when you guys watch movies, I could see you guys definitely crying at the sad scenes, and I feel like people have made fun of you, but it's like you guys don't care. Like, that doesn't bother you that people have poked fun at you, because it's being able to feel those deep emotions which has allowed you guys to kind of avoid disasters in your life, because you do things based on how you feel, like that gut feeling, and you communicate to others what's going on, and others see you as irresponsible sometimes, but that's not it. You guys are just impulsive. Okay, it's not a bad thing. Like that, you guys, when something happens, you assess the situation and you guys make a change accordingly. You guys are also very can I say this word? Nurturing and motherly. Like, with the moon coming out here, that is just the confirmation that we got with the house 4 here, is saying how nurturing you guys are and how motherly you guys are and how giving you are. And like with this image here, I am definitely getting that confirmation of how the people in your life, they just kind of like soak up your wisdom. It's like they can't get enough of it, and you just really help them. And I do hear a warning here to just be careful, because not everybody is going to have your best intentions at heart. I don't feel like you guys give this willy-nilly to everybody and their mom. What I do feel is that you give this to the people that you truly trust and care about. And so that is just a warning for some of you guys that want to help everybody. Like, just being careful, because you can drain yourself greatly. But yeah, you guys have come from this place of where maybe things just weren't stable in your childhood. Maybe you had a mother figure who didn't love you guys as much as you needed to be loved as a child, or they were fairly absent, or they just didn't really put your needs ahead of their own, or they didn't have your best interests in mind. It was more like this self-centered energy here. And that, guys, that created a space for many of you that had that broken home, where that has created where everything that you do is revolved around a stable home. Everything I get involved in is revolved around a stable home. And I'm so, like, that's something that's very imperative for you guys. It's a necessity. For others of you guys, you've seen situations like this. So maybe your friends, like where maybe you didn't grow up in a broken home, but you've seen friends who have. And that created this energy also of making sure you had a stable home, because you know what that is. And it's like, the more I can give back to people, the more I can give back to a space where it's safe and they know they're safe, the better I feel, the more fulfilled that I feel. And also, like, it feels like a lot of people have this energy around you that where their lives are falling apart, and you definitely have become a safe haven for them where they can discuss their problems with you, because you're so giving and kind and compassionate. Yeah, someone in your life broke your heart. Someone in your life broke your heart. It caused a situation where you guys had, this could have been in your earlier years, like teenage years. This could have been in your early 20s. Wherever you're at in age, it doesn't matter. But it's like someone broke your heart, and there's this energy here of realizing that broken hearts are the reason we become stronger, and you guys have really relished in that. And it's not to say that, oh, broken heart is a good thing for you. No, but it's like whether you saw someone's heart get broken or a situation broke your heart, right? Because sometimes we don't have to necessarily be in a relationship to get our hearts broken. We can see something that breaks our hearts, right? Like, you could see something that's very terrible, really like, oh my gosh, no one should experience that in their life. And you could see that, and that can break your heart, and that can drive you into taking action for those that you care about and love. And that's what I feel like here. And some of you guys actually did experience this broken heart in your life, and you guys were driven to taking action based on that. So I'm going to get a couple of oracle cards on it here. So how else can we describe pile number 1's personality? Well, okay, thank you. Let's see what else. And I'm going to read a little bit from these because they're just a lot. These cards are a lot different. So how can we describe pile number 1's personality source? How can we... Whoa, okay. This one? Thank you. Okay. Very balanced energy is coming through here. Like, you guys have spent a lot of time balancing out your energies, and you guys maybe have done a lot of spiritual healing, or maybe you guys have seen a therapist along the way as well, and just had, you know, you guys have just been in a place, in a position where you guys have learned how to take care of your mental health. And more than that, you guys have learned how to take care of your emotional health. How can we describe pile number 1's personality source? Wow, thank you. Yeah, look, we have water coming out on the bottom here. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion with Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. A lot of synchronicities. Pisces rules the moon card in tarot, and a moon itself rules Cancer, but you have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy all out on the table. Very watery. You guys could have water in your chart. You know, I'm not really big on talking about the zodiac signs just because there's so many people watching here, but you guys could have that, and that could be a confirmation for some of you guys. So we have Bearberry, number 30 here, with feminine, south, sun, and water, right? And this is that energy of just being the light in someone's life. We have that water energy coming through again. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. This is crazy. I'm going to read just a tiny bit from this and see what it says, because I have no doubt it's going to resonate with this reading. Like, it's just crazy how much this is coming through. Okay. It says, I am Bearberry. I am the smoke of communication. Look. Carefully mix your metaphysical and spiritual qualities. The relief that you feel through the blending of your ideas is like the kinnikinnick, or smoking mixture the Indians use in their pipe ceremonies. This is a time for the release of stored up anger, rage, pain, and stress. Do not focus too much on the self. Enjoy friendly gatherings. And isn't that what we've talked about this whole time, is like how much family matters to you? And that's, this card just totally resonates with this reading. Well, I'll just throw that on the floor. I'll get that in a little bit. But I mean, it's like you have your communication, you have friendly gatherings. It's like releasing that anger. What happened when we were talking about the broken heart here, and that impulsive energy, just like things working in a certain way, right? And that's so resonant with this reading. All right, let's see what dragon you guys got. Look, we have Father Time. I just heard when I turned this over that time heals all with number 5, and 5 is all about change. Let's see what Father Time says. We'll read a little bit from him. I just want to read a little bit because these cards, they're different. They're not like just the meaning on the card. Like, they have so much more to them. So Father Time is probably as old as the universe itself. This commanding, wise old dragon will aid you to still the constant mind chatter and just be. His presence supports our grounding and brings focus to the moment. His aim is that we let go of linear time, for it is man-made concept, he says. His energy helps one enter the void. His message today is now. This moment in time is a gift, which is why we call it present. Allow all time to stop. Break your habit of clock chasing, for in reality there is only now. Allow yourself to sink in a little deeper into the abyss of quiet stillness and let go. With quietness of mind, Father Time aids us in finding a sense of clarity in all life situations and helps to sort out the wood from the trees, therefore allowing a new level of understanding to flow through you. A more peaceful, settled heart prevails. And I love that Father Time came out, because I said in the beginning, I got that energy that you guys are an old soul. Like, and that clarifies that as well. Like, you're as old as the universe itself. I mean, generally we all are, but some of us have been on soul missions for a lot longer than others, because we're here to help guide others, right? And that's what I get from you guys. You're this very old soul, and you guys have spent time and time again here on earth, and there's a lot going on in your life that's reflective of maybe a past life, if you believe in past lives, okay? And if not, it's just there's a lot going on in your life right now that's reflective of the life that you've lived up until now. And because of that, you guys have gained a lot of wisdom. Let's see here. I love this yin energy. Guys, I can't make this up. Yin is the divine feminine, right? We had that energy from the get-go, this divine feminine energy. It's intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. You guys are absolutely the spiritual pile of the group here. Like, I love that. We have Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Piscean energy here. So earth and water, it's like you guys can't get more feminine than that. This receptive, beautiful energy here. And it's like you guys are like the mother of your friends group. And even if you're a man, that's fine. You guys just have this very nurturing, motherly energy about you that people love. And then we have Leo here. You guys have self-confidence. You're very loyal and a lot of creativity, which is feminine energy as well. That comes from our sacral chakra. But this Leo energy, it's like you guys are very passionate about the loyalty and the creativity that you bring to life. And you guys have this confidence that people admire. And that's why they come to you for advice. Now, I didn't say this in the shuffle because I didn't actually realize this until I moved the cards, but you guys got 2 of these cards and I was going to read it out of the book. I'm not going to read the whole thing out of the book because these are super long readings, but let's see what we got here. So the first one out is gratitude, number 15. Look at this beautiful card. Yeah, you guys are like a light in the dark for people. I love that. And then we have number 32 with time out. And this goes in time with Father Time here in that meditation. Like you guys definitely have time to sit in meditation, or you make time to sit in meditation. You guys definitely make space for yourself. And if you don't, then this is just a confirmation that it's time for you guys to make a little bit of space for yourself so that you don't burn yourselves out, okay? So with 15, gratitude, it says, if we could see the miracle of a single flower clearly, our whole life would change. This card comes forth to remind you of the absolute magnificence of the beautiful world we live in. To truly appreciate it is to really open your heart and mind to the magic of nature and the divine matrix of which we are all a part of. When you are in a space of gratitude, you are in the space of love and acceptance of what is. There is a deep appreciation of the moment which allows walls of resistance to break away from within you. Breaking through walls of resistance allows you to address fears, which were ultimately formed by you to keep the pain out. By building walls around your heart, however, you are actually keeping the pain in and stopping your soul from evolving. Gratitude holds such a high vibration that it can literally break through the strongest, most stubborn walls. And that's what we're talking about, that heartbreak. And I feel like this is just mirroring that as well. It's like reminding you that if you had that heartbreak, you don't have to carry that pain. It's like letting the love in. And I feel like you guys do that. And so if there's any resistance there, okay, I still get this energy. You guys definitely go with the flow, but there might be some resistance for some of you guys. And just remembering when you sit in gratitude for all that is and all that you have, and even all that you don't have, you guys will open up and become even more compassionate beings to the world. You guys have such a gorgeous energy. I absolutely love it. And we have time out. Stop racing around the clock and step outside and feel the magic and oneness of nature. So you guys may race against the clock all the time. You guys may be clock watchers. And with Father Time and Time Out here, this is just like a double message coming through, reminding you guys that it's not about the time on the clock. It's not about the time that you spend doing anything really. It's about enjoying life and being with life. It says time out. Take some time today from your busy schedule and the hustle and bustle of your everyday life. Chasing the clock and getting yourself all caught up in the illusion of time has been taking its toll on you. For so long, you have been at war with time with statements like, I just don't have enough time. Spirit understands that your hunger and desire to evolve is a soul and can see the blockages that stop you from exploring further. You see, the universe grants your wish on a daily basis by ensuring you don't have time. Your words hold so much power and as such should be used wisely. Feeling as though you don't have time can leave you irritable, anxious, and drained. Recharge your body, mind, and soul. Step away from the stress of the ticking clock. Step outside in the natural world, smell the flowers, enjoy the sunset, and breathe in nature's beauty. So this is just that reminder that because you guys give so much, which is fine, always take time out for yourself to recharge. I feel like you guys do meditate, and for those of you that have been thinking about meditating, this is that confirmation that it will truly help you guys so very much. Also, making sure that you guys get out and spend time in nature. So this is what I have for you, Pile 1. This was a lovely reading. I'm so honored to be able to connect with your energy, and thank you for joining me. If this resonated with you, hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave a little clock in the comment to let everyone else know that chose Pile number 1. They are not alone. You guys are beautiful. None of us are alone, and I'm just truly honored to be serving in this time and space with you, my fellow human. And until we see each other again, may you have a blessed day and enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys. Welcome, Pile number 2, my fellow humans. And this is for those of you guys that chose this beautiful tiger's eye stone. This reading should be for you. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. Let me go ahead and describe your personality. So let's start with the Astro dice. Let's see what they're going to give us. What information. Let me get them cleansed here in the smoke so we don't get anything from past readings. And let's ask Source. Source, how can we describe Pile number 2's personality? Source, how can we describe Pile number 2's personality? Source, how can we describe my fellow humans as Pile number 2 and their personality? Okay. Ooh. Okay. You guys are fun. Let me just say that. Y'all are fun. And some of you guys have a dark side to you. Okay, let me zoom in on these dice. Sorry, I'm not trying to bounce the camera around, but let me zoom in. I'll move them down. Give me just a second. Okay. Make sure we're all in frame so you guys can see them. All right, there we go. Yeah, so you guys, you may have siblings, okay? This is just kind of like off the charts here, but you guys may have siblings, and you grew up with a lot of siblings, or you grew up with a lot of friends who felt like siblings, like a really close-knit group, and because of that, you guys are goofy, and you like to have fun, and you like to be silly, and you guys maybe travel a lot, and that has affected the way that you see the world and the way that you communicate with others. So I'm getting the sense like some of you guys are really well traveled, and that has impacted how you talk to people, and you don't see things the same way maybe as your friends do, or as your family does, or as your siblings do. You definitely see a bigger picture, and you guys have a very large mind, like a very big world view is what I'm hearing. And for others of you guys that may not be well traveled, you guys still have this big world view. You're able to see things that others don't. And you maybe just sit in a lot of time in metacognition, right? Thinking about thinking. You're always wondering, why am I thinking that? Or you maybe study things. You're always like, oh, what's this? Can I get more information on that? And you guys are in this place of always gaining knowledge and information, and you're like the social butterfly, and you guys love to share that information that you guys have found with others. Like that is something that you truly enjoy doing, and that's gorgeous. What a beautiful energy. Like how much fun. I'm excited about this pile already, guys. Yeah, you guys are super adventurous. If you guys haven't traveled, that is something that's on your to-do list, like at the top. It's like within the, I would say in the top 5 things here. You guys are super optimistic. Sometimes you do things in excess. So people may say that you're extra, right? And that's not a bad thing. It's just that's this energy that's coming through here. You guys may be extra, and that's okay. You guys love to seek the truth, and you're all about learning. Maybe you guys are very religious or spiritual. Like it kind of goes either way. Like some of you guys are super religious, and some of you guys are super spiritual, and you're always trying to find the truth. Like what what does this mean? How is this truthful to me? Like, how does this impact me on a whole? And that is something that you really enjoy. You're very enthusiastic about, and you guys are very versatile. And this intelligence keeps coming through. Like, you guys are very incredibly smart. Like, some of you guys could have photographic memories. You guys could have, oh, there's another term, an eidetic memory. You guys could have an eidetic memory, and that people like are just like in awe, because that's a very rare gift, and it's very impressive. Let me say, that might not resonate with all of you guys, but you guys, those of you that it doesn't resonate with, you guys do remember things very easily and without effort. And people are always like, wow, you're just like big brained. Maybe you're the nerd in the group, and that's, I'm not saying that as a bad thing, guys. Like, that's a cute thing. Like, it's that's cool, because maybe as a kid you might have been made fun of, but it's like as you get older and you become an adult, it's like people wish they had learned more when they were kids, because it was easier to learn as a child than it is as an adult, but you never stopped learning. Like, that's something that you've always done. Now, some of you guys get restless in life, okay? And I got to talk about this because it is coming through, and there may be, you either may be perceived as lazy, or some of you guys just are. You're just lazy. You just like to laze about and really do nothing. It doesn't keep you from learning new things, but you guys, maybe how you learn is by watching documentaries in your PJs, eating snacks all day, but you just like to be lazy and comfortable. And you guys can tend to be greedy in your, it's like in your search for wealth, you guys can tend towards greed. But it's not something that's overbearing. Like, I'm not getting this overbearing energy through it. It's just that you guys like what you like, and you don't want to be told no. And what you want it first before anybody else gets it. Like, right? And that's that kind of energy here. But you guys are always seen as a student. Some of you guys could be teachers. Some of you guys could be professors. I'm getting an image of a professor at a school, like a school abroad. So I don't know if that resonates with somebody out there. It's very specific, but yeah, you guys have a lot of ambition, and most of you guys are very open-minded with a lot of morale. Like, you have good morale in your life. So like I said, it's like those other things are just something that you may be perceived as. It doesn't necessarily make it true. It just means that that's how some people perceive you, because they see you taking care of yourself above all. And sometimes that does come across as greedy. It's not wrong. It's just that others don't understand it if they're not doing it for themselves, right? You guys have a very powerful energy about you, right? Some people may be very intimidated by you guys, but you guys get obsessed with the occult, with religion, with whatever you guys are studying. You are like getting into it head first, jump in, take the leap of faith. You guys don't really care. I am going to figure this out. And sometimes you guys have really noticeable deep emotions, like things really bother you, really get to you, like really like choke you up. Like, someone could just be telling you a story about their life, and it could just really get to you and choke you up, and you might cry, and they're over there like, why are you crying? It happened to me. And you're just like, whether you're an empath or not, it doesn't matter. You guys just feel things very deeply, and it's like, you're like, I understand it happened to you, but it feels as though like I know what you went through. Whether you do or you don't, it's just, that's how it feels, right? It's very deep for you. Sometimes you guys do deal a lot with unconscious or like subconscious energy. Like, you guys go into the darkness and really you're trying to transform that with this Pluto energy. It's like that death and rebirth type of energy that, along the lines of Scorpio energy, or the Nameless card in my deck, which would be equivalent to the Death card in the Rider-Waite-Smith. It's that real transformative, changing type energy, right? And you guys have evolved a lot in your life, and that kind of like overwhelms people. So again, this energy of like, you guys have these siblings, these really close friends. You guys may have a big family. And so, and also there's this warning here to be careful, because some of you guys may be promiscuous. And there's this warning that's coming through here to just be wary. It's okay. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do with your life. Just be careful, guys. be careful. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put my finger in front of the camera. Let me zoom out. Okay, a little bit further. There we go. And let's move these up and get some tarot on it, guys. Okay. So, source, how can we describe pile number 2's personality, please? How can we describe pile number 2's personality? Thank you. Okay, source, how else can we describe pile number 2's personality? All right, thank you. Source, how else can we describe pile number 2's personality? How can we describe pile number 2's personality, source? All right. There, guys, this came out quick. What do we have? Ooh, yeah. We have the 3 of coins upright. Okay. We have the Hangman reverse, and we have the King of Coins. Okay, so like I said, I'm not saying you guys are greedy, but there is this energy coming through that is something that you guys are perceived as. And some of you guys could be happily greedy. I mean, that's cool. I'm not here to judge you based on that. That's cool. I get it. Maybe you spent a lot of your time helping others in the past, and you're like, no, like, I have a right to what's mine and what I've earned and what I've done. And there's just this perspective that people don't understand. Like, that's the thing. You guys see things completely different than others. You don't have a problem building connections. You don't have a problem building this energy with others, like things that matter to you, things that, like, you want to be loyal. You like loyalty in your life. You really do. But you're also not someone who willy-nilly just shares everything with others. Like, you're just like, no. Like, in fact, if people come to you because they know that you have cash, right? And they'll ask you for cash, and you're more than likely going to say no than you are to say yes. And that's that energy that's coming through here that's being perceived. Like, that's just a part of your personality, and part of that's just from the upbringing that you've had and what you've experienced in life. Maybe you guys have been done wrong in your life, and guys, I can't make it up. And 333 is a very powerful number for you here. And you guys are very grounded in this energy. It's like, it's not like it's a bad energy. Like, I don't want this to seem like it's negative, because it's not. It's not a negative energy. Like, some people just don't understand when people have learned how to say no, and you guys learned how to say no. And that is just a surprising energy to the vast majority of humanity. And so, go be you, humans. Go be you, right? Like, that's part of the experience. You have to do what works best for you, and that's something that you guys definitely do. Also, it may seem... Okay, you guys might be like, well, how's this my personality? This is, like, actually coming through as how others see you guys. Like I said, I don't feel like you guys are necessarily greedy, like... being rude kind of greedy, like, oh no, like, but some of you guys may be, like, like I said, some of you guys may be happy in this energy. It was just coming up. And with the King of Coins in the reverse here, that's what that's saying. And then when you have the Hangman in reverse, it's like seeing things from a slanted perspective. So you guys may see things in black and white, and you don't see the gray area, right? Like, you guys don't see all this in between. It's like, no, it's either right or wrong, yes or no. You know, there's only one definitive answer. There's not a maybe. There is no maybe in your life. And so that's what they're saying here. Like, you view a huge portion of life like that. And for a lot of people, they're like, well, but what if? And you're like, yeah, but what if isn't here? Like, you go based on this logical thinking, what you see in front of you. It has to be very physical, not emotional, even though you guys feel things deeply. And I feel like people have tried to manipulate you in the past based on that deep emotion. They've tried to make use of that for themselves, and that has put you in this place of being very much cut off from using your emotions to make answers in your life, but rather it's like you come from a very logical, materialistic place. What do I see with my eyes, and what can I reason with what I'm seeing in front of me? And that's how you guys are. And that scares people sometimes because you're not open to manipulation. You guys may have manipulated others in the past as well. Again, I'm not here to judge. It's if you've lived life, you've manipulated and you've been manipulated. Okay, like that is just something I want you guys to understand. So when it's like you guys have learned from your past that this is what works best for you. Okay, and that's what I'm just trying to say here. Again, I'm not, oh my gosh, pile two, you're this type. No, like you're actually got this really chill energy, and I feel like you're actually really cool to hang out with. So it's like, and if everybody wants to borrow your money and you're saying no, you know what? Back up. You know, like people need to back up. Yeah, you guys are on this path. Like you have a lot of options that are before you. And I feel like you guys are always the one that's put in charge for choice. We do have that promiscuous energy coming out again. Like I was saying, there's some promiscuous energy that was coming through here. And with the lovers in reverse here, or the lover. Look, with the Queen of Coins. Yeah, you guys may step on people's toes to get what you want. Like you guys are very bold, unforgiving type of energy. It's not like a bad type energy. It's like you guys, you know, when people are like, man, I wish I could be like that in life. Like you're that person that people wish they could be in life because you do what's best for you and that's it. It's not a bad thing, right? But you guys may be promiscuous and this is that warning coming back up. Like it's okay. Just take care, especially in this day and age, because you don't really know where that's been. Okay, like I'm just gonna leave it there. You don't really know where that's been. But you guys get put in a position where you're the one that has to make decisions a lot. And you are okay with that. And because of that energy, you guys have learned to make decisions that more or less benefit you rather than benefit the other person. And that kind of scares people. You guys have a very intimidating energy about you. Like people shy away from you. And it's like only those that are closest to you get to experience the depth of who you are. And the depth of who you are is actually it's a really unique type of energy. And I think that's cool. You could have had something that happened to you during your adolescence that really forged this way of your personality. Okay. Source, how can we describe pile number 2's personality? Definitely unknown. Like you kind of appear as unique and unknown to people. All right, let's get some. How can we describe pile number 2's personality? Like it's weird because pile number 1 was this very kind of upbeat and bubbly. It's like you guys do have energy, but it's like only energy for the things that you enjoy. And other than that, you're kind of more, like I want to say, okay, the word that they're giving me is monotone. Because that's how I feel right now. I feel kind of like monotonous. But it's like I'm not tired or anything. I'm just kind of like, let me view life. Let me see what comes to me. Let me see what's happening. And like, that's how I feel right now. What do we have on the bottom? Piscean energy. Yeah, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. This is something that people only get to witness when they get close to you guys. Right? We have the Hangman, which is also representative of Piscean energy here. And that's that very kind and loving energy. And the thing with Pisces, okay, with the Piscean energy is that Pisces tend to be the doormat of the zodiac. And it's just because they see from everybody's point of view. Well, they're saying here, you see things from everybody's point of view. However, because of a past incident or something that has happened in your life, you're not willing to give freely unless somebody has, really proven themselves to be a part of your circle. And so that's why people are always like, oh, I wish I could be like pile number 2. It's because of that type of energy. So look at this, guys. I can't make this up. We have number 9. We have Beaver Moon, which is in the Sagittarius season with baskets and adults. Yeah, so something from your childhood has changed your adult life. And we had Sagittarian energy come out here. 9 is like the completion of a cycle. Let me read a little bit out of the book on this moon. And it's weird because if you guys see, that's the basket that's on the book here, right? So let's see here. Number 9. I am Beaver Moon. This is the moon of relationships with the same gender. Friendships can become close without being competitive or jealous. As you undertake your journey, I provide the stamina for the long distance travel. So again, we have travel coming through, something long distance, friends, right? So your friends are more like siblings to you because they're like your gender, same gender, or your same energy, right? Masculine or feminine energy, whatever you identify with, it doesn't matter. It's just that same type of energy you get really close with. It says unlimited possibilities will lead to growth in new areas of interest such as education, philosophy, and spirituality. So definitely you guys are very spiritual. You've learned to protect your energy from something or someone that maybe didn't have your best interest in the past. My nurturing will protect you from outside influences to allow you to achieve your full potential. I am the teacher. So again, we have that confirmation energy coming through here. And let's see, what else do we get? Spirit. Yeah, you guys are super spiritual. It's weird. I thought pile 1 was a spiritual pile, but you guys kind of like, you guys are that not necessarily self-love type of spiritual, and you guys could be on the journey to self-love. Like, you guys are more like in the occult, and some of you guys could be Wiccans on here. Or, like I said, I'm not here to judge, and I'm not trying to start a spiritual war on this. I'm really not, because I am open to all. I think all religions and all practices, eventually, if you get down to the root of it, they all prove each other. It's just about practice and really showing up for it, right? But some of you guys could have some very ritualistic practices that help connect you with spirit on a deeper level, and that's really cool. Let's read a little bit from... Look, and this is number 9 too. Spirit is number 9. I can't with you guys. So we have 9-9 coming out here. Spirit appears to us when we are gearing up for another steep learning curve on our spiritual path. He connects us most strongly to those who have begun to work on themselves and are well and truly underway with their spiritual journey. He arrives to prepare you for work with the planet and mankind. If he has swooped in today, he says, call upon my energy to support you as you prepare for the next step of your amazing journey. Your emotional and physical body will go through many shifts and changes as you embrace the next deep learning process. As your inner perspective, and it's interesting that this came out over the Hangman, right? We're talking about perspective with the Hangman. As your inner perspective shifts, so will your outer experiences, right? And that's something that you've done a lot of. You've shifted your inner perspective, and it's changed a lot of your outer perspective. And so it's just like, as you shift even more, you guys will be more compassionate to others. I don't feel like you lack compassion at all. I actually feel like you guys have a ton of compassion. But I feel like the greed part of it is how others see you. And I'm not saying that to make you deter you from your path, because how others see you doesn't matter. But it's like, you guys, maybe that's something you wanted. Maybe you guys have worked so hard on your journey to kind of portray yourselves as this, I'm really focused on my journey. I'm really focused on getting where I want to. I'm the one that has to make decisions for myself, and others have put you in a place of making decisions for them. And you're just kind of like, I just want to make decisions for myself here. We have Mars energy here, which is move forward and defend self. So again, that energy coming through of where you've had to defend yourself in the past. You've had to move beyond something where maybe you guys were a doormat in the past, and you've changed the way that you see yourself. And now others think that you're this ruthless kind of person, and you're not. You're just... it's like, I've been there, done that. I don't need to do that anymore. And no, you don't. You don't need to be someone's doormat. So again, it's just this energy that's coming through your personality. You guys are very aggressive in life in a good way for your journey. That's good for your journey. And that's the only thing that matters. And then we have house 4 coming out. Cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. And this is saying that something, again, that adolescent energy when you were a child, something happened at home. Something created this situation where you were willing to give, but I feel like it upset the roots of your family. And so it's like you're healing that now. And this could be family members coming in with this viewpoint on you. Oh, pile number 2, they're greedy. They used to give me everything. They used to do this. They used to do that. It could be your siblings coming in saying this. Again, it's just somebody that's close to your home roots here. And it's like they're seeing the new you, and that's not you at all. You're just very stern and stubborn, I think is a good way to put this, in the energy that you have now, because it's like before you had no boundaries and now you're creating boundaries. You know, with the tiger eyes, it's all about power and personal power and connecting with your solar plexus. So let's see what this card is. Look at this. Intuition. Yeah, you guys are very intuitive. You guys are very spiritual creatures. Like, you guys have this, it's the energy of you guys. You're so chill, but it's so big, right? It's like a wide view on the world. And so let's read a little bit from intuition. And we, guys, I can't make this up. We have 18. So we have 999 all coming out together. Super synchronistic here, guys, for you. I love that. I love when that happens. All right, intuition. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift, and you guys are leaning into your gift now. You're not becoming the servant anymore. Like, you're learning how to listen to your intuition. It says, when you pray with sincerity, it comes from the heart. But do you find that your prayers often go unheard or unanswered? You are open when it comes to praying, dear one, but when it comes to receiving, you are closed. Most often, fears and doubts creep in to form barricades and block messages and communication from spirit. The universe, God, source, or whatever you wish to call that loving presence that speaks to you through your intuition, dreams, and visions, is a quieter, gentle voice that often goes unheard. Spirit is asking you to pay closer attention to that inner voice and intuition. It has been communicating to you the answers and guidance that you seek. Going within and listening to inner guidance requires being open and away from distractions. Do not be misguided by the voice of the ego. The ego is loud and disrupted and will do anything in its power to convince you that what you are doing is foolish and a waste of time. So I feel like this is one of those situations where your ego has helped you out on your spiritual journey, okay? And now it's kind of gained a huge dominant power in your life where it's like, oh, you don't want to give to people or be compassionate to people because of the fear of the past. And so this is just a reminder to make sure that you do sit in silence. Like, I can't tell you which way to go. Of course, tarot readers can give advice, but ultimately we all have our own answers at the end of the day. And so for you, pile 2, this is that reminder that when you sit in silence with yourself, you will find the answers that serve you best and help you get out of this aggressive energy that you're in, because the more compassionate that you are in life, the easier things will flow. And it's like I said, you guys have a beautiful energy. I'm actually really honored to have been doing your reading because you guys have this neat, really cool, laid back, chill energy. And I feel like you guys are a lot of fun, kind of like the party animals. And it's like not a lot of people get to experience that because you've been hurt so much in your life. But when you allow yourself to choose to love no matter the pain, and to choose to love yourself no matter what you've experienced, you guys will allow others to touch that energy within you, even if it's just a small bit of it. You won't be so closed off to them, okay? This is what I have for you, pile 2. I was really excited to do this. I had a lot of fun. I'm honored to be here. If it resonated with you, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you guys set the notification bell so you know when the next video does go live. And if you guys are interested in more in-depth readings, check out my other channel. It will be linked in the description box down below. Readings by Circe. And let's see, is that everything? I think that's everything. So I will leave it here, my fellow humans, with pile number 2. And until we see each other again, have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys. Welcome, pile 3, my fellow humans that chose these lapis lazuli. This is for you. Let me describe your personality. Now, they've been really different all over the board. I just have to put this out there that they are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. And yeah, the cards have been incredible. The dice have been incredible. I actually just want to cleanse your guys' dice really quick. I ran out of incense, so we'll get some Palo Santo on it. cleanse them with some smoke so we don't get up any other energies. Any other energies. Any other energies. I have no idea why I said any. That's cool. We'll just go with it, guys. Let that burn over there in the distance. It's been one of those days. Alright, yeah, so let's see what's going on for pile number 3. So, source, how can we describe pile number 3's personality? How can we describe pile number 3's personality, source? My fellow humans of pile number 3, how can we describe their personality? Okay. So we've got house 5, Cancer, and Mars energy out on the board. Let me zoom in for you guys. Okay. Move these down a little bit. Make sure they're all in frame. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're all in frame. All right, good. So, let's see. What do we got going on here? Some of you guys, this is just some information, not really to do with your personality, but some of you guys may be pregnant currently, or you guys are very childlike. Okay, I know that's completely two different things here, but yeah, there's just this energy coming through here of some pregnancy, and also some of you guys just have that very childlike energy. You're super creative. You have certain hobbies and interests that you really find a lot of fun in, and you kind of bring this like lighthearted energy to others around you. And people really, really enjoy that. You guys are romantics. Deep-hearted romantics is what I hear right now. You bring a lot of joy into people's life. And some of y'all really, really do either attract a lot of drama, or you guys are dramatic. You guys could be in drama. Okay, like again, it's not to take it personal. That's fine. It's just these are the energies that are coming through because everybody's at a different point on their journey. And so for some of you guys, you're very dramatic in the way you approach life, and that's okay. You like to be the center of attention. You guys have this energy of always creating, like you guys attract a crowd, right? Without trying to. And you're very good at self-expression. There is a warning here for some of you guys to be careful on gambling because it can cause some troubles at home. So that is just a really odd warning that's coming through right now. So what else? You guys are leaders. You've definitely learned how to create and to connect with that inner child. You guys are very loyal in your friendships, like in your family and your connections. You like loyalty and you do anything to preserve that loyalty. You guys are very nurturing, supportive. You exude unconditional love. Even if you do have conditional love, you guys definitely bring this sense of you accept others as they are, whereas you may be very harsh on yourself. That's what I mean with the conditional love. You guys judge yourselves very harshly. And it has created some sense of dependence. Maybe you have a codependent relationship in your life, or you have had codependent relationships in your life. And it's just due to that harshness on self. You guys can tend to be very aggressive towards yourself. You expect only the highest of the high from yourself, but when it comes to others, like you're just so accepting of where they're at in this moment and what they bring to the table. And it's like they're bringing this up here as a statement to say it's time for you to see yourself from that light. Like you don't have to expect yourself to be superhuman when you're human, just like the rest of us, right? And that's okay. Like there's no reason to put so much pressure on yourself. You guys are very soft people. You guys maybe have a soft voice, or you guys just appear very soft, very luscious and supple skin. You guys are very sensitive in a good way, right? Because you have you feel things, you feel the world around you, and you guys are very sensitive to that. I feel like you guys do a lot of rituals that have come from your ancestral line. So whether that's traditions from Christmas or from Yule log or from Samhain or whatever, guys, it's like whatever it is that you guys celebrate. It could be Easter, it could be Thanksgiving, it could be Hanukkah, it could be anything, right? Like, I'm not here to say what's right and wrong because it's different for everybody. So whatever it is that you guys have celebrated in your family line, like, you carry on a lot of those traditions. Maybe it's just as simple as a recipe that your family has baked for a long, long time, or has cooked for a long, long time, and you carry that on. You bring a lot of comfort to people too. Like, you like comfort, so you might dress comfortably. Like, you might not be the type of woman that wears high heels or the type of guy that wears a suit and tie. Like, you could be more casual in that sense. Some of you guys might like those really nicer things, but it has to do with comfort. Like, if you're not going to wear it if it's not comfortable. So it's like, I'm not going to put myself in a corset all day because that's uncomfortable. Like, but you might wear a waist trainer because that's more comfortable. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of that energy that's coming through here. And you guys have very feminine features, like very feminine figure, like very curvy. Even if you're a man, you have very curvy, like you may have a booty on you. And that's something that maybe others have commented, or like, ooh, I like your booty. Like, you're probably like, why? I'm a dude. Like, you know, or that's something that you're like, yeah, I do have a good booty. Yeah, that's right. You know, like, it's just, you guys have that very supple type of energy, and that also is like portrayed in your physical features. It's kind of interesting. I know this is personality, but it's just coming through, so I got to talk about it if it's coming through. You guys are definitely action-oriented, and a lot of people, I feel like, come out because they're like, oh, I'm in competition with you, and you're like, there's no competition. Like, I'm just taking action in my life. But it always feels like people are trying to compete with you, and you don't understand, and you're very courageous in your life, and you have a lot of passions, and that makes you very, like, admirable to people. Like, people find you and they're just like, wow, like, pile 3, like, I admire you so much because of the things that you do and the life that you live and the fact that you're so courageous, and you're like, I just do what I feel like I need to. You guys maybe had a time in your life where you had to really rely on your survival instincts, and maybe you had to make impulsive decisions, and you're very rash when it came to people and forceful. And it's like, because of that, you guys have turned into a leader where you know how to command your life and be the authority in your own life. And you're very, like, I get this energy of just like very much able to lead people based on how you live your own life. And it's just by you being you is what leads people. And you're kind of like, why do people always do the same thing I do? Like, maybe you guys wore a new shirt one day, and then the next week, like 4 or 5 people were wearing the same shirt that you were wearing, and you're like, okay, those people didn't have that shirt before I had it. Like, what's going on? It's like, people just admire you so much, they want to be like you, and in order to be like you, they do the things that you do. Like, they dress like you, walk like you, talk like you, and it's just because they see you guys as that successful energy, and, you know, they admire that. They really do. There's some kind of admiration that's coming through here. I am getting that energy here with Mars, though, that aggression towards self. And that is something to very much pay attention to and look out for, and making sure that you guys are loving yourself, because you are incredible individuals and you do deserve that love, okay? So I'm going to zoom out here, guys. Get to where we were. Oh, I think it's a little too far. Okay. Is the camera... Hold on just a second. Let me pause this and make sure. Okay, pile 3. I am so sorry. You guys are probably like, hey, this camera angle is so weird. I don't want to reshoot because it's just going to look like I planned it, and so I didn't. I'll just fix it right now, and then I'll put a note in your guys's when I edit the video. I really apologize. I thought I had fixed that before I started the camera, but no, No, I did not. Okay, so anyways, that's what we have for your dice reading. Let's get some tarot on it, guys. So again, I really do apologize for that. This is a new setup for me. So we're learning as we go. It'll get better. It'll get better. All right, so for pile number 3 source, how can we describe their personality? This card just like did a 360 trying to fly out of the deck. Source, how can we describe pile number 3's personality? Okay, thank you. How can we describe pile number 3's personality, Source? Source, how can we describe pile number 3's personality? Okay, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Love this. So we have the Wheel of Fortune upright, we have the Nameless card reversed, and we have the 6 of Coins reversed. So the thing is like you guys are super fortunate in the way that you approach life. Like you look at things from the bright side, and you guys are very kind individuals, and I feel like very adventurous too in some way, shape, or form. And it's like, while you may see others from this very good light, like we have this again, it's like you guys are very much like stuck in grief of yourself because you give yourself such a hard time. It's like you're willing to give to others what you don't give to yourself. Okay, and that's what the cards are showing here. It's like you guys freely give to others and you don't expect much from others, or sometimes you do, but it's like you understand, like not everybody can show up from that place, and you don't do that for yourself. Like you don't give yourself that space and that compassion. You don't give yourself that leeway, and it's breaking your own heart here, and that's coming out. I like what I saw with this 6 of Coins when it came out is that other people see this. Like you may not be consciously aware of it. Like you might not actually know that you're doing this to yourself because you're so focused on helping others. But it's like other people see how much you give to them, but you don't give to yourself. And that kind of like weighs on you a lot. And I think it's only through awareness that you're actually going to change this. Yes, I love that the Emperor came out, because this is the type of energy that you exude. This is the type of energy that you are. You're this leader, and it's weird. I was going to say Emperor when I was talking about the Mars energy, but I mean, that makes sense. Emperor is ruled by Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. So it's all connected, right? But I love that the Emperor came out for you, because this is how people see you. But they also see that you don't do these kind things for yourself. Like you maybe mess up at your job and you might call yourself stupid, and everybody's like, what are you talking about, pile 3? Like, we come to you for advice and guidance. Why are you calling yourself stupid? And it's like you just have grown up to like beat yourself up for not being that perfect human. And it's like you don't allow yourself space to be what you are, and that's human, and it's not a bad thing. Like I don't want you to think that being human is a bad thing. It's just accepting that you can't put perfection on your shoulders, because perfection doesn't exist. And that weighs on you a lot. And I feel like there's some sort of depression that you guys may go through time and time again, and you're not sure where that comes from. And part of that comes from that self-talk. You know, and depression's a very real thing. Depression is very sad. It's heavy. It's unnerving. It feels life-ending sometimes. You know, it's like you're never going to get beyond it. Like it feels like I'm always going to be in this downward spiral. And it's like, so you try to find joy from helping others. And it's like, you'll actually learn how to help others even better when you give yourself this space and compassion to love yourself truly. And it will help you guys understand others around you even better. You guys are super open to understanding, but you guys are like self-aggressive, like, and it's a part of your personality because it's part of your emotional ego. Yeah, and they just want you guys to learn to see yourself from this beautiful place of stability. You're such a stable person. Yeah, stable, 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 stable. Yeah, you guys are really stable, and you don't see yourself as stable. Like, you're just like, nothing is good enough. That's what it feels like. Nothing you do is good enough for you. And that's not true. That's not true. Everything that you do is enough. As you are in this moment is enough. And I can hear a lot of you guys, but I don't believe that. It's not about you guys believing it. It's about learning how to start saying that to yourself so that you can begin healing, you know, and accepting yourself as you are. Okay, this is the one that wants to come out. Okay, you guys are getting 2 of these because they want to come out. Okay. Let's get some oracle on it for pile number 3, source. How can we describe pile number 3's personality? Yeah, I can't make this up. Okay, hold on. Let me get one more, and then I'll talk to you guys about this. They want to talk about this first. Can please get another card for pile number 1? There's gonna be a truck that drives through, and I'm sorry, it might seem really loud. It's a humongous truck. Okay, they want me to talk about this before I draw another card. So we had House 1 come out, and House 1 talks about individuality, self-image, and your approach to life. So we know that you're a kind, passionate, compassionate person. You are also passionate. You do have individuality. Like what I was talking about, you wear a shirt, and then everybody else wears a shirt, and you're like, what the heck? Like, you guys are capable of expressing that individuality, but your self-image and your approach to life are being affected here because you don't have a very good self-image of yourself, even though this is the truth of who you are on the inside, is this emperor energy, this very strong leader, this one that's supposed to be able to command his life, their life, you know? And yet you're stuck in this place of judgment of self. And you're not able to let your full personality shine because of that. You're actually setting up some boundaries and some walls, and people don't get to see all. Why do I hear that song right now? All of you. What is it? Loves all of me. Loves all of you. All your curves and all your edges. All your... whatever that song, I can't even remember it right now, but that's a song that I'm hearing right now, like in my head. It's like crazy. Like we have House 3, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. So there's something that happened to you and early on in your childhood that made you feel like you had to be this perfect person, otherwise you weren't enough. No one's perfect, right? Practice makes better because there's no such thing as perfect. Start saying that to yourself. If you can't believe or really sit in this energy of saying that I'm human, I'm not perfect, if that really like rubs you wrong, then start saying this. Practice makes better because there's no such thing as perfect. And it helps you see things from a bigger place, right? Look, you guys got all houses. We have House 6. Establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details, okay? So here you have Aries energy with House 1, and House 6 is Virgo energy, okay? So there's this energy of grounding down this new beginning into your life, right? We had Aries all over your reading. And when Aries is in their shadow energy, they're very mean. They're not kind at all. And that's what I keep getting here. It's like, yes, maybe this was a reading about your personality, but I also have to read what comes out. And what's coming out now is this warning that you guys are being reminded not to be so rude and unkind to yourself, even if you feel like you're supposed to be somewhere where you're not. Like, you guys are beating yourselves up for no reason, and it's about finding a foundation and stability in these daily practices, this daily life, and these details that can help change you and make you realize you're human. Why do I come at you as a human? Because we're human. I'm a humble human coming before you. And that's the thing. It's like, I understand there's no such thing as perfection, but I used to be a perfectionist, and it took me a long time to understand that and to really grasp onto that. So it's not easy. But the steps to get there are simple for you, pile 3. So we have number 64, sky, masculine, and air. Yeah, you guys spend a lot of time in your mind. And look, we have 10-10 coming out. So part of your path purpose is finding compassion and forgiveness for yourself here and allowing yourself to be in that beautiful energy that you share with others. Let me read a little bit of 64 here for you guys. Okay. Sky. I am the sky. I am the father. I am the grandfather. It is to me that all life comes. I am the place of power. Look to me for your power. It is to me the upper world that the shaman journeys for enlightenment and creativity. Look up to the sky for the spiritual direction. It is to me that all look for the future. I am the sixth direction, honored. I am the branches of the sacred tree of life. Lift your spirits to the heavens for my unlimited energy. I am the masculine energy, the electric, the yang, the right side. I am the great spirit. Yeah, so this is just some direction in your life. It's just changing directions for you and allowing yourself the opportunity to free yourself from what was so hard in the past, right? So we have number 2, Crystal, coming out. I love this dragon. It's so beautiful. Let's see. Crystal says, this beautiful and peaceful dragon's role as a galactic dragon is to support all children and adults on the autistic spectrum. This is interesting. And has a special affinity with the crystal and indigo child. She fully understands the complexities that can accompany both children and adults and is here to support them and their families fully. She urges us to explore the richness of talent in whatever area works for you and them. This could be numbers and sport, art, music, and pottery, for example. Anything that allows the mind to unleash and the creativity to flow. The classroom, with its restraints and rules of quiet and concentration, often doesn't work for these naturally inquisitive artistic souls. If she has swooped into your cards today, she encourages you to add color and vibrancy to your life in any way you're drawn to. She asks, have you become too rigid in your thinking, your expectations, or your outlook on life? Allow yourself to loosen up, shake your shoulders, dance, and move to the rhythm of your life. Let it flow. Our life rarely flows along a straight route. It is always full of twists and turns. And she goes on to say, push your comfort boundaries and explore what you are truly capable of, and together we will fly. So you guys may have autism, which is fine. Like, that's amazing that this card would come out. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I love this. I didn't even realize that this was for that. However, this is that confirmation as well. Maybe you guys have somebody in your life that is autistic, and taking care of them means that I have to be perfect and 100% for them. And that's why you're so accepting of others as well. And this is just saying, like, you can't be so rigid in your life. You have to add vibrancy and color. And that means adding vibrancy and color to yourself, right? Letting yourself experience that vibrancy and that color and that beauty. I love that. I love that that came out. And 2 is all about trusting the process. And look, transformation, guys. I love this. We have 4. So 4 and 2 is 6, and 6 is all about balance, right? Look at this beautiful dragon. Its wings, it looks like a monarch butterfly. Transformation says, let it all go. The self-doubt, the anger, the sorrow, or even frustration. You no longer need these experiences. They are in the past, and they have completed their task and hold no place in your future. By holding on to them, you only serve to hold yourself trapped in old patterns no longer necessary or of use to you. A new you is emerging, maybe a quieter you, a more considered you, certainly more powerful you. You've experienced a great many things, and now is the time to put that experience to good use. Follow your inner guidance and let your old habits and self-doubt slip away. There will always be those who question what you do. That is their journey. You are on yours. Follow steps laid out before you, trusting your own inner light as you move towards a fresh way of being you. Excellent. So see, we're talking about bringing more vibrancy into your life and allowing yourself to transform. I love how that goes hand in hand. Also, I'm hearing, make sure you're listening, deeply listening. My ear just started freaking out like crazy right now. And let's see what your guys' card was that came out. Is Mirrored Souls number 21. I love this card. It's so beautiful. Somebody in your life is mirroring something back to you. I'm going to read a little bit from this one for you guys. So it says there's an undeniable spiritual connection here with this other soul. This will help you see all facets of yourself. So if you guys are dealing with somebody that's autistic, this is a mirrored soul for you, right? This is helping you guys heal. I'm not talking about twin flame love, if you guys don't know what that means. This is someone that's a soulmate here to bring out healing for you in those frustrations and those upsets and those things that don't feel perfect, right? And that's a good thing for you. It says the person in question is indeed a mirrored soul, reflecting back to you hidden aspects of yourself, both beautiful and challenging. The connection of mirrored souls is one of the hardest yet most fulfilling relationships you will ever experience. Serving as cosmic mirrors, each soul reflects aspects of the other that may need healing and balancing. Although this process can be confrontational and challenging, it is also the reward as it accelerates the growth in both souls. And that makes sense as to why Mars came out too, right? So if you have issues with self-worth and self-love, your soulmate will soon mirror to you those same qualities or do things that may cause those hidden shades to surface. And we've been talking about that this whole reading. There will be times when you feel very tested and challenged. However, if you see this beautiful partnership as an opportunity for growth, both you and your partner will come to embody unconditional love. Each time your mirrored soul does something to aggravate and hurt you, see this moment as an invitation to go within to find the shadow or wounded self that is being provoked by these actions. Okay, and this is so beautiful. I love that this came out for you guys. I hope that this brings you some clarity. It was really an honor to do your reading for you today. This is what I see for you guys, pile number 3. I enjoyed having this time with you, my fellow humans. And I will leave it there. If this resonates with you, leave a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a mirror emoji in the comment section to let other pile 3s know that they are not alone. You're not alone. We're all on this journey together. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So until next time, may you guys have a blessed rest of your day. And I'll see you all on the next reading. Bye, guys.